Hello everybody, welcome. I'm Brad, aka Baz from the BazNBigly channel, but I'm also the squad lead for Dark Zero, our Get Good Dad squad in Call of Duty. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I go about testing recoil for various weapons so that I can better compensate for that recoil, land more shots on target, and thusly be more effective in Warzone. So the first thing you want to do is go into your graphics settings and make sure that your bullet impacts and sprays is enabled in your graphics settings. That's how we're going to see where our bullets are connecting, how our guns are firing, and what the recoil pattern is for those guns. Next thing I'm going to do is create a testing class. I always have one testing class set aside for all the guns that I'm running tests on at any given moment. Then you can pick your perks for those classes. I usually go with overkill so I can test 2 weapons at a time. So go ahead and select overkill. I pick double time just to get to and from testing areas a little bit faster. This will all make sense later in the series. And I use tracker just in case I do get jumped while I'm testing. This perk doesn't really matter. The only one that really matters here is overkill so that we can run 2 main guns while we're testing just to be a little bit more efficient in that time we spend in test. You want to pick your guns and make sure that they are the base guns because obviously we want to benchmark the guns. So we want to test them at base level first. Go ahead and do that. And then set your field upgrade to munitions box. This is going to make sure we don't run out of ammo, or at least we can replenish ammo once during the test without having to wait for that cooldown or having to go scour the map for ammo when we're doing this test in live. Once you've got your testing class sorted out and you've picked the weapons that you're going to test for this run, back out and queue up a plunder, whatever it is. It doesn't matter if it's trios, quads, whatever. Go ahead and queue up a plunder. I usually set the squad to not fill because I know I'm kind of throwing this just to test. I don't want to drag other people into that with me. It can be annoying for other players. So do the courteous thing. Make sure it's set to not fill so that you're in there on your own. When you drop in on the lobby, I like to use this time as well, of course, maximizing the time we're spent in this process. So select your new testing loadout class when you're dropping into the game and try to drop as far away from the action at a building that has light-colored exterior walls. This is what we're going to use as our palette to test the recoil pattern. I like to use this time to get a sense of my weapon's recoil pattern right off the hop. So when you get there, you find a wall that looks fresh and clean and lit up so that you can track your bullets easily. Put a marker on that wall and then stand about 15-20 meters away. We use the marker to gauge the distance to the wall. Aim at a point on the wall that's both low enough to allow the full recoil of the weapon to climb, but high enough that you can see the first impact where the first bullet's going to land. Then simply hold the trigger to empty the clip. Don't move your mouse. Don't try to adjust anything. Just hold the trigger, empty the clip, let the gun bounce and climb as it will naturally. This is the natural gun recoil. Then repeat that process next to your first line to get a sense of consistency, and you should see them follow a similar pattern. If you have any time left in the lobby, try managing the recoil a bit by reversing the climb, the natural climb of that recoil. First, look at the recoil pattern that you see on the left. Then pull the reticle against that pattern. First of all, every weapon kicks up, so you're always going to have to pull down against the recoil to compensate. The Farah in this example kicks right, then left. So that means I'm going to need to pull down and left, then right to compensate in the opposite direction of the recoil pattern, all while pulling down. So essentially I'm pulling down and left, then down and right in the pattern. This will give you a better grouping and land more shots on your targets. Coming up in part 2, I'm going to show you how I test recoil compensation and weapon performance at different ranges to determine how I can best fit and use different guns for my playstyle. Hope you find it helpful, and if you do, please do throw me a like, hit the bell, get your notifications, content. Bye!